Welcome everybody to the latest in the Innovator Series interviews. And today I'm very excited to be with none other than Gary Firlit, who is the Director of Business Analytics at the Joseph A. Floreano Rochester Riverside Convention Center, or commonly referred to as the Floreano Convention Center. So thanks for joining us, Gary, and love to get a bit of an intro and some background on yourself and the center.
Sure. It's great to be here, Steve. I've been with the Convention Center here since 2009. The Convention Center has been around. It is going to be 40 years this year. My position, as you stated, is Director of Business Analytics. I oversee the finance department as well as all the software that we have utilized here in the Convention Center. And I also assist in overseeing, we manage a parking garage for the city that we utilize Momentus for as well.
Fantastic. Well, we're talking about Momentus and in particular the enterprise product. What do you use it for in the business?
We use Enterprise for almost everything that we do here. As I stated, we do have full financials, so we use that. We use the event management software. We are incorporating the room diagram program currently, as well as the exhibitor service center. And we also use the payment portal and are working with the new MoPay version 2. So it's in every aspect.
That's fantastic. Yeah, great to hear someone who's really utilizing all of those components of it. So one of the big initiatives at Momentus that we did, particularly for the enterprise product, was introduce a new user interface or a user experience late last year. Can you, and I know you've been one of the early adopters of that, can you just talk us through how you manage that change process for introducing the new UI?
Sure. So with the new UI, we started in groups, and we started with users who have had more experience in enterprise during the beta process and worked with them to get their feedback on suggestions that we've made to the team to see the improvements. And as we got people on board, they would assist other people with the next round of people that we brought in. So we were able to bring everybody over to the new UI experience by the middle of January, which is about 30 users that we have in all different departments, with very little challenges, because I made sure that we had someone in each department who knew what they were doing. So the process was very simple.
Well, that's pretty impressive, though, to take basically over a month or so's process to get everybody changed over. That's great. Well done. Now that you've been using it for a little while, what's the feedback that you're getting from the end users?
The feedback has been great. A lot of the new features in UI have assisted in workflows to make it better. The duplicate feature, with it now being more web-based and to be able to have 2 screens open at once or 2 tabs, is a game changer for a lot of us, especially with sales and service, because they're able to look at an event that we have last year for a repeat client and see what they had and still currently build the service order at the same time without having to flip between the 2 events per se in one tab. Financially, with what I do, it's the same aspect. I can look up a supplier while I'm looking at the voucher at the same time. So the new UI has made the workflow so much easier for all aspects here.
That's fantastic. Really pleased to hear. I know the team worked pretty hard on that, and obviously, look, like any new updates and that sort of thing, there's always going to be a lot of stuff. You look at it and think, well, that's great, but we would like to see this, and this. So how are you finding the interaction and the results with Momentus when you're giving feedback to date so far on the new UI?
It's been fantastic working with Carissa and the team sending in the information through the support site. They've been able to create some new ideas with us thinking together, especially the drawers and the breadcrumbs, which the team is really happy about. We use a lot of packages and substitutions in our service orders, and where they're taking it is incredible. Just clicking buttons down a line now versus one screen opening, a second screen opening, a third screen opening. So the feedback that we've provided and the interaction that I've had with your team has been great, because we've been able to collaborate to a degree of how a user sees it, and then how they can develop it from there.
That's music to my ears. It's so good to hear that the adoptions there and the openness to the change, because as we all know, change is hard. So just hearing that firsthand is really great. And look, Gary, we can't thank you enough for being one of the driving forces there to implement the change, and really, really happy to hear that it's been a positive change for the better there. So I'm sure we'll continue to work with you on this and add new things as you come across them as well. But again, thanks for taking the time to share this with us, and look forward to seeing you maybe at an Illuminate here in the future.
Sounds good. Can't wait.